Hello everyone, Michael Lopez from 008 Studios, and welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys about finding a good writing rhythm, being able to successfully do that work-life balance everyone struggles with, and finding that motivation to continuously keep writing. It's something that's been troubling a lot of the people that I work with, a lot of people in the studio, and even myself sometimes. It happens to the best of us. But before we go into that subject, I want to give a good big shout out to all the 2023 rollout releases that we had from our last video: Spellbound Alliance, The Bounty, and For a Few Days More, all of which are available on all major platforms for review and for purchase. Now, while we love all of the platforms that support us, being Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all the goodies, always remember that you have a 20% discount on ebooks via our website, 0-8studios.com. So go ahead and visit the site, like and subscribe to the channel, and show your support for your local creative. We have a lot of amazing work going on right now this year, which reminds me that I'm probably going to have to officially announce a delay in the Eternal Crown sequel, the Icarus Initiative, and the Providence, which are some of our biggest internal projects. But because of all the submissions that we have and all the internal work that we've been going with all our collaborators, things are going great, and it's just pushing everything back just a smidge. I'm going to try my hardest to keep everything in schedule. However, don't be surprised if you see it on the website pretty soon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So as creatives, what plagues us? Chances are that almost always the answer is going to be yourself. Whether you are your greatest critic, whether you have an unbalanced work-life situation, or work and family, which are priorities, keep you from focusing on your craft, whether it's lack of time and organization, whether it's lack of motivation, burnout, distractions. As you can tell by my work area right here, I have a lot of distractions being a reader and a gamer. So how, with everything that we are, everything that we want to be telling us to stop, how do we keep going? How do you stay motivated to continuously write, draw, or develop? How do you bypass the distractions, get rid of that burnout? How do you keep yourself in line? How do I do it? How do I keep the studio going forward with everything going on? There's a lot of questions that can be asked from just that. We are our biggest obstacles. In order to jump or to clear that hurdle, here are some steps to kind of help us out. And now, these aren't magical steps, 5 ways to magically get rid of this. It's just ways to help that I've noticed, ways that other people that I've worked with kind of suggest, and you'd be surprised how much of this is actually common sense. The first thing is find a nice, quiet space for yourself. I know that that's not really a lot to go on, but here's a few examples. Whether it be a room, an office, the car. Some people think that busy work, helps the mind keep going. Some people say that their best thinking occurs in the shower. Whatever the case may be, whatever moment you think about, find a nice quiet space for yourself to actually go through what you need to go through. If you're an artist and you have commissions, if you're a writer, you have multiple outlines and you don't know what to choose next, let your imagination draw from that silence, and you'd be surprised what you come up with. Have, something to write down with, or take some mental notes of what you think of. 30 minutes to an hour, maybe daily, maybe weekly, whatever the case may be. Find some quiet time, draw up some unique ideas, and take note of them. Organize yourself, both mentally and physically. I know that last bit tied into the mental part, but make yourself a mental checklist. If you need some software, some apps to help you out, like Jira or Trello, to kind of make an actual physical list for you to go down on a daily basis or whatever the case may be, go ahead and do that. Organize yourself mentally. And when I say physically, that also means tidy up your work area. When you have a cluttered area or a messy area, your mind's going to wander. It's going to want to clean. Your body's not going to want to sit down and work in that confined space. So make sure that your area is at least organized. I'm showcasing my stuff right now. It's not exactly clean, but it is organized to the point where I know where everything's at. And when I sit down, I can focus on the task at hand. Not only your work area, but make sure that you organize yourself on a daily basis. When you wake up, try to make your bed, try to make your breakfast, try to, get a cup of coffee, whatever the case may be. Solidify a good schedule and make sure that you're on track, because if your mind is off track, it's going to stay off track the rest of the day. Find somebody that you can bounce ideas off of. They don't necessarily have to be in the same medium, Like, for example, I have a bunch of dev buddies that listen to my writing ideas, and a lot of writing buddies that listen to my dev ideas. Whatever the case may be, have somebody that you can bounce ideas off of, maybe compete a little bit with that person. An exercise that comes to mind is sprints. Do a dev sprint, do a writing sprint, time yourself, 10 minutes of productivity, 5 minutes of review, and just keep doing the cycle for an hour, 2 hours, whatever the case may be, and make sure you have that individual at hand to kind of, give you some solid feedback, or tell you, you could do this a little bit better, or whatever the case may be. Having somebody there is a tremendous boon. Think of it as like working out. It's good to work out on your own, but it's even better to work out with somebody else. It's good to play a game, but it's even better to have somebody to enjoy it with. So it's not just about, the competitive spirit, but it's also just about enjoyment. Have fun and make sure that you share that with somebody else. And then when it comes to motivation, always remember a few things. The first is that you are unique. Whatever your craft is, whether you're an artist, a writer, or a developer, every idea that you have, there may be some aspects that you're drawing from some games that motivate you, or some books that you've read that, this is a cool idea, but it'd be better if I do this. You are unique, and the idea that you have in mind is unique, and there's always going to be at least one person in the world that's going to enjoy it, one person that's going to benefit. And if one person in this world is enough to kind of satisfy the need, then it is entirely worth it. Now, keep in mind that for the first couple of instances, whether you're, again, a writer, an author, or a developer, a writer, artist, or developer, that person that benefits is probably going to be you. You are the new kid on the block, and what you're trying to do is build a portfolio, build a resume for yourself to kind of promote yourself, promote your work. When you release a book, when you release a game, don't be surprised if it doesn't get attention right away. Most of the time, people are just, say, okay, that looks cool. And then when you release your second, your third, and your fourth, you're like, okay, well, this kid or this guy, this gal really knows what they're doing, really is motivated. Let me check out their work. And then when one piece of work gets attention, and so do the others. So don't let, numbers discourage you. Don't let hard work discourage you, because it is worth it in the end. And whether it's just you and family members or whatever the case may be, there's always a value to bring, right? There's always part of that story that you want to bring to life for a reason. Think about morals of the story. Think about lessons hidden in games and stories and in books, whatever the case may be. There's always something valuable to reflect. So those are just some tips and tricks, I guess, how to stay motivated, how to stay organized, how to keep going. The biggest one for me is always, finding that buddy. We have a Discord server that you're welcome to join, where we have a large collaborative of freelancers that motivate each other to continue on their crafts. So, it can be online, it can be physical, whatever the case may be, whatever floats your boat, whatever rhythm you can find that works for you, that's, where you want to be. And it may take a while. You have 365 days in a year and countless years, for whenever. See, one of my distractions just popped up. But you have time to figure all this stuff out. And this list isn't going to solve your problems in a week or 2 weeks. It may take some time. Just keep that in mind and do not give up. If you do need assistance, or you need consultation, or you need, somebody, like I said, to bounce ideas off of, 008 Studios is here for you. And you're able to schedule some time with us, contact us, reach out to us via Discord, via email, whatever the case may be. Make sure you check out the website and subscribe for notifications. Maybe we can be that competitive spirit for you. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, if you thought that was good and helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel, and like I just said, visit the site, support your local creative, check out those reviews and those releases from 2023, and stand by for more. And if you haven't already, go ahead and check out our podcast, the Comicsology Club. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Where friends drink together, read together, and just have fun. I'll get the motto one of these days. And yeah, overall, cheers. I'll see you guys next time.